much. Yes. Do you see only the planning screen or do you see anything else on my screen? I was trying technology something, so.
That's only planning that's coming up.
Okay, no other window you can see.
No.
Yes, Purna, you're managing to attend while traveling?
Yes, Sunita.
How much you love us. That's nice.
Thank you. We miss some part of us. She doesn't attend Saturday.
It's become part of your Saturday routine. Awesome. Okay. So as I think we were just answering a couple of questions that Sanjana had about helping and not helping based on last session. And Nikita, I'm sorry, I will share the recording by probably today. 1 second. I'll just tell my son that he's too loud. Yes. Sorry. And yeah, planning. What do you guys think the planning is? What are your thoughts about planning?
Yeah, to me, planning is like you have some goal to reach, and what are the different steps you would take in order to reach the goal? That would be part of the planning, is what I think.
Okay.
Virtually experiencing things.
Sorry?
Virtually experiencing what might happen, or on that basis we prepare our to-do list.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying foreseeing. Something like foreseeing or
Yeah.
or yeah, okay. Anybody else? Any thoughts? Okay, let's little reflect. Recollect this week what all that I did was planned and what was unplanned. Just maybe think.
Are you all talking anything because I can't hear?
No, I am waiting for everybody to say something. There's a question, what all?
What all?
On the screen, you can see the question, right? What all I did that was planned and what was unplanned. So let's reflect, I said, on the past week. And then whatever comes to you guys, you can just share. So I thought you all are thinking, that's the reason it was quiet.
Yeah, one thing which I planned is for this, I had some work on this weekend. So I planned, I delegated my work. I made sure I reviewed the work and I don't get any calls today from the office. So
Yeah.
one planning
and
that come to mind.
Yeah. Okay. And what was unplanned?
Unplanned was the traffic when we hit the road today. So that a little bit spoiled the timelines.
Anybody else?
I do not have anything much to share, Sunita. Like consciously, consciously do not have anything to share.
Like,
Nothing
okay,
coming up to
maybe maybe what you planned for the day in a week, like that this time I will attend the calls, this time I'll go shopping, this time I will do, and then something else you you might have completed some other work which you had not planned.
Yeah, like that. Today it was already 1:30 when I realized that, I had to attend MKP today and I had not cooked. So I thought I'll just finish cooking, then I'll give both the kids their bath and then attend. But then when I was about to enter the bathroom, Nakul comes up saying he wants to have bath himself. And it was really 2:48 that time. And then there was a scene in the bathroom which I don't know, but I felt I should have realized it much earlier, and I left him to have his own bath. But then there was a lot of friction there, and I thought, later after about 5 minutes I realized that I could have let go of that. So that is one thing that I felt that
Yeah.
moment of just some 30 seconds, it just took me off a little bit.
Hmm.
So it
For
didn't go
me,
as
what
per my
was planned,
yeah.
go ahead, go ahead. I
Yeah,
thought you were done.
yeah, I'm
Okay.
done. Continue.
So this week planned was me and Ranjini. We had session with children after a long time. So this week that was planned. Unplanned was watching a movie, two movies. That was unplanned, and cooking some new dish was unplanned. And Ranjini making laddus was unplanned for me. Otherwise, I would have been sitting in her house and gobbling every time she makes one. So yeah, the planning topic was planned. Yeah.
Today's my unplanned was giving Hasini twice bath from dad and mom. So he had not given head bath, so I forgot to inform him. So when I went to bath, then I realized I have not given head bath to her. Then again I called her and gave her head bath. So twice. That was unplanned today. And morning I planned to do meditation, but there was too much disturbances. My plan was what I planned was not succeeded earlier.
Okay.
So that was today's.
Okay. Fine. All right. So let's understand. I think we all are aware what's planning. So some of us are saying we are foreseeing and we write it down as to-do list. What was Smriti? What did you say? What is planning for you? You're on mute. You're on mute.
Yeah, reaching the goal and taking different steps towards it.
Yeah, reaching the goal. And anybody else? What is planning for you?
Having some pointers or steps on how you want to reach your goal.
Okay. Okay.
So accordingly to your plan and according to your capacity, you jot down or you make in your mind, you just make some points in your mind that this is how I'll go about it. So
So you're saying more.
yeah, when I'm actually sleeping from the last 1 hour of my sleep, when I'm waking up, I even think about what all will go in the mixie jar when I get up. And today I plan to make idli and chutney. So that last half an hour I'm just lying on the bed, just relaxing. So but I wouldn't have got up. So I even that point, what all goes in the mixie jar will be running in my mind. So yeah.
Yes. Yes. And why you think is this planning required? Is it required, and if so, why? Any kind of planning that we do.
I think it fastens the process
Okay.
when you for it.
Okay.
Most of the last minute surprises will be avoided.
So more organized, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avoid it, as well as you're not unprepared to face it.
Prepared mentally,
Yeah, prepared mentally.
and materials, all that. Like chutney, you have everything. You know, tomorrow
Yeah.
chutney, then I have what all I need for that.
That's
to
all I
plan.
need.
Yeah. Okay. So how can you plan? How do you plan?
We try to narrow down things.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And when all do you think planning is necessary? Today, everybody's thinking too much, huh?
Sorry,
Taking a
the
lot of
question I
thought.
did not understand. Where all do you think you can plan? Is it? What did you ask, Sunita?
Now or the previous one?
Not
Now,
this one. Before today, all of you all are thinking, you said. So where all can we plan is what you asked.
when all is planning necessary, I said.
When all, okay.
It's all on the screen, Nikita. Whatever I'm saying, it's all on the screen.
Okay, okay. When all is planning necessary.
You can plan for anything, but
Yeah.
that happens or not, that's a different thing.
Okay.
Yeah, anything and everything. Yeah, whether or not it happens, we can plan for it.
Okay. Are
I'm
there
thinking of
different kinds of planning ways? Sorry, somebody was talking. It was breaking.
No, sure.
Okay. Are there different types, different kinds and different types of planning? Different ways of planning?
Yes, there is different ways of planning. It can be different kind of planning for steps for you, different process that I might follow, different process that Smriti will follow. So there can be various ways of planning.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking of one. Yeah, was that? And Nikita, please go ahead. Does anyone wanted to talk?
Nikita, you were saying something, right?
No,
No.
nothing from,
Okay.
nothing from.
Okay. So I was thinking of two scenarios. One is, for example, I have interview in 10 days. To take that as an example, I know interview is going to happen and I know what are the topics that I need to prepare for. I put a chart, what are the things I need to prepare and go ahead with my plan. The second is something you could be a possible event or a non-possible event. For example, if it's cloudy, you go with the umbrella, you go with a jacket or something ready with you. If it rains, you are prepared to face it. If it's not, it's okay. So that's also kind of a planning for an event which is having a probability like 0.5 on
Yeah.
either sides.
Yeah.
Mine includes one more step ahead. See, if at all I'm expecting any relatives, I'm quite some part of my mind is set free so that I can handle the stress there.
I didn't get that, Sanjana. Sorry, when
Uh,
your relatives are coming?
I can expect some much of stress or any kind of
So you're
surprises.
saying you're prepared for even that stress is part of your to do, or you're
Yes,
prepared that okay, I will get stressed, kind of. I might get stressed.
if I get stressed suddenly, what I should I have a limitation like I get annoyed very soon, so I prepare for that one also.
Interesting. So that's kind of you're aware of yourself, and you're also planning what if this happens, what if that happens, then what will I do? Okay, that's interesting. Okay. So
Can I talk?
would you guys agree? Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I was waiting for everybody to finish. I might take a few minutes. This planning and that is so much, it was inside me, to be prepared for everything, no last moment surprises. So, but then I suddenly realized that the planning was so much in our house, for everything, even for say breakfast. The previous night, my mother-in-law would ask, "What are we doing tomorrow? Is everything there? Can you go and ask him to buy? Can I cut the vegetables? Will you grate the coconut?" The planning is so much imbibed here in my family. Then recently, my mother-in-law went to her brother's house. I was like, oh my gosh, how do I manage now? There is nobody to help me in the kitchen. And she used to do so many household chores so that we all can attend our office meetings on time and everything goes smoothly. So then I thought, this planning itself, okay, I should be prepared, I have to plan itself is giving me some stress. So I thought, okay, let me chuck this whole plan of planning. So then we from 2 weeks we thought, let's not plan anything, we'll get up in the morning. What breakfast should we do? Then everybody, I felt that everybody, when we are not prepared, uh, everybody wants to participate. Okay, let's make this. I'll go and bring this. You do this. Then surprisingly, even Amoga was like, Ajji is not there. I will take the responsibility of watering the plants. I will go and get the clothes from upstairs. Cutting vegetables, Papa can do. Like everything came into shape so beautifully. So then I learned, and also she said, you don't need to, like we had at the same time, we had decided, we were planning since a very long time that we will not wake her up in the mornings. So we stopped, since a few days, we have stopped waking her up for her online class. So this also fell in place. Okay, I will keep an alarm clock. I will only get up. I'll keep my clothes. So everything it happened so beautifully. So I'm realizing that I'm not prepared. That thought shouldn't even come to me. Probably when you don't have a plan, and I tell that, see everybody, I'm not prepared for this. What do we do? Then everybody comes up with their own things, and it happens. So that's been, I'm facing it since last 2 3 weeks, and I'm fortunately you brought this planning today. So I didn't talk all this while because I've started feeling that it's okay not to plan sometimes. Like for what Smriti said, interviews and all, yeah, that is there. But for day-to-day things which really take your time and which gives you headache, oh, I have an office meeting, I have not done breakfast, I have not done this. Those things, it's always we hear that you be well prepared previous day for cooking and for kid stuff. So I've realized that it's okay not to plan
Uh,
sometimes.
Ironically, Lakshmi, when you're sharing no plan, but they were still plan. Uh,
Yeah,
Actually, what I was observing in or hearing is you're not taking the stress of planning, right?
yeah,
Or but then still there is like, okay, I'll do this, you do this, he'll do this. The plan is still there,
it's
right?
all
Probably,
it's coming
sorry.
from people. Like
Yes,
previous day, I
yes.
used to plan, okay, let this be the breakfast, and my mother-in-law used to give options, and my husband
Mm,
used to go and get that. So now, since that whole thing is not there, so morning, as soon as that time comes, oh, we have to make breakfast. Everybody are doing their own things. So
yes, yes,
somewhat there is a plan, but you are not doing anything for it. So it's
yes,
it's
yes.
just happening.
There are two
So
things I'm listening from your thing here. One is you and your mother-in-law are not planning for everybody. Second
yeah,
thing is everybody are following their own plan. It's not that you like for example when you said Amoga said, okay, let Papa cut this, I will go do this. So there is the plan that when okay when this is happening, this can also be done. But you're not saying okay, I will cut, You will do this, you will do this. That I did not hear. And you're saying
Yeah,
organically everybody is taking the role and doing the more responsibility.
yeah.
That's what I hear. Yeah.
So I didn't want to uh, uh, talk in between, because you were
Yeah.
asking, are there ways to plan and all, but for every question I was feeling that uh, yes or no is the answer for both. Sometimes yeah,
Okay.
sometimes no. So I thought,
Yeah.
okay, I didn't know when to talk.
Yes, yes. And also a beautiful example, you said that we are no more waking up Amoga, and she said she kept her dress and the alarm. So she made her plan to get up. That's how she'll get up, what time she'll get up, when and what will she do, all that what you said.
Yeah, that she woke up late, and then that day she couldn't have bath on time, she couldn't eat breakfast. She learned a lot of things by herself, because there's
Yes,
nobody
yes,
to tell her. I mean, we were planning this since this online started, but then
yeah,
now that fell in place.
yes. So, what you're saying is planning is not to get the outcome you want. It's a process to develop or ignite a self directed learner in your child, which your child already is. So, that's the point that I heard you also bringing in, Lakshmi,
Yeah,
when you shared,
yeah,
right? So, and also the other point you brought here is that planning is not only for the child or not only for us or only for interviews. And some of you said it's for everything, right? It just gives clarity. Your thoughts are more organized. It's a process, but it's also a way of life for the family. Like Amoga is deciding for herself. You are planning your own day, your own time, your own involvement. Banu is planning his own time. So it's more of a culture that can be developed to bring this thinking process in the child by just sharing your own planning, not planning for the child, for the house, but more inviting to coordinate and so on. Like that's what Amoga was doing. She was just inviting to coordinate. Okay, you do this, I'll do this, he does this. So there was more inviting of coordination. Okay, what will you do? Okay, when I'm doing this, I need this. Who will do this for me? Right?
yeah,
And then when this culture is created for the child gets the opportunity, like you shared, to think, to share, and to coordinate. And this also helps to understand others planning, others constraints and struggles.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
that again very beautifully says that every child is a capable learner, and the child is capable to think, to decide, to plan, to fail, to reflect, to assess, to measure, to enjoy, to live, to translate a word, to write homework that we were talking about in the morning. And when we go with this thought about that they are capable, then the approach, I think this is something MKP, since the day when we are talking about every child is capable, and the attitude is completely different the minute I say or we say that every child is capable. Yeah. Any thoughts? Any thoughts anybody wants to share, ask till here, or can I move ahead?
But for a kid, I think we'll have to help them cultivate this habit. I mean, as a habit.
Okay.
I'm asking.
Okay, you're asking. Okay, let's do that. You all are as if you knew how my presentation is. You all are giving the prompts exactly like that. Okay, Sanjana, now you ask this question, so you are the child. Okay, so I'll ask. Okay, Sanjana, you're answering like a child, not like you're answering more like Sukrut. You're not answering like a mom. Okay. So what do you want to do today, Sanjana?
I want to play
Okay. And what do you want to play?
in sand.
In sand, what do you want to play?
I want to play in sand.
Okay. So what all have you done in sand earlier?
I've written P.
You've written in sand. Okay. Anything else in sand you have done using sand?
I cover my hand. I hide the
Okay. You covered your hand.
toys playing
Mm-hmm.
hide and seek.
Okay. You hide it twice. Okay. So today, what do you want to do? What else do you want to do in the sun today?
I want to play.
Right, you want to play. I get that. And you said you do so many different things in sand. Today, what play in the sand you want to play?
Hide.
Okay, you
I
want
want
to
to
hide
hide my
something
toys.
in the sand.
I
Sorry?
want to I want to hide my toys and you help me search.
Okay, great. So you want, okay, that was great. So what resources, what toys do you want to hide?
We will bring Superman.
Okay, you have Superman. Where is the Superman?
It is here.
It is here with you. Okay. So what support do you need from me? Anything that you want me to get it for you?
No, we will play together.
Okay. When are you playing? You let me know because I have my work also. When do you want me to play with you in the sand?
I am busy now. I'll tell you. I'll call you.
Huh, but then if you tell me, I will tell you whether I'm available at that time, or I'll do one thing. I'll tell you my plan. From this time to this time, I have a call. This time to this time, I have to cook. This time to this time, I have to clean the house. But this time to this time, I'm available. So 3 to 4 in the or 5 to 6 in the evening, I'm available.
Oh, hangagala.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what do you want to do?
We'll play together.
Yes, I'm okay to play together. But ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಗಳಿದೆ ನಂದು 3 to 5 ನಂದು MKP ಇದೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾಗಿ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಈಗಾಗಲೇ 2:30 ಆಯಿತು. ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ರೆಡಿ. ಸೊ 5 to 6 ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನು ಆಟ ಆಡ್ಬೋದು.
Okay, no problem.
ನೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ 5 to 6 ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಆಡೋದು? ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್? ವೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಸ್ಯಾಂಡ್?
ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಆಚೆ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲ.
ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಆಟ ಆಡೋದಾ?
Yeah.
So you will keep all your toys ready and the sand is the sand clean? Can we go play? ಕಣ್ಣಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಬಾಯಿಗೆ ಹೋಗಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಥರ ಎಲ್ಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀವಾ?
ಹಾ.
ಓಕೆ. ಸೊ ಹಾಗಾದ್ರೆ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ MKP I'll come with you and then you keep your toys ready and we can go and play in the sand. And we can play. ಎಷ್ಟೊತ್ತು ಆಡೋದು? How long are we going to play?
ನೋಡೋಣ ಬನ್ನಿ.
Okay, ಸರಿ. I can be available till 6. If you want to play more, you have to find somebody else. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. So Sanjana, what you are asking, did that question was that answered here?
Yeah, kind of. We are preparing them more than
Mm-hmm.
they are planning. We are asking them to plan.
Are you planning or is he planning?
I mean, our conversation, it sounded me like I'm helping him plan.
You're helping him, plan by asking questions. You're
Yeah.
helping him plan or you helping him get clarity and think?
Yeah,
Uh,
think.
Yeah, if you're helping him plan, it would be the example what Lakshmi gave, where she made the detailed plan about this time to this time if we read this many days if we read so many chapters, then by 1 week we'll be able to finish this. That is helping to plan. right? Which Amoga rejected, and she came with her own plan last week
Yeah,
when
the subject. Yeah.
subject. So that is, she was helping her to plan. Okay, if I help, then she'll be able to cover it easily and she'll be able to complete it. Here, are you giving ideas what to play, what not to play, where to play, how much to play, what to do, who to play with? If you would have said to play now, okay, then I would have said, okay, so what would you do about it? So how will you play now? Wherein I am not available, but you want to play, so how will you play now? So now you're more making the child think. You are asking questions, you are uh, playing the role of a facilitator by pushing the little child, not saying yes, no, okay, not okay, no, 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 I can't come, don't do. Beyond that. So this word help, somewhere we think that helping means giving ready-made solutions. Other than that, even that coaxing, that poking, is that also helping? Okay, great, that's also helping then. So probably now, Sanjana, we have to understand the word help a little more.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had one image of word help. Uh,
Yes.
okay.
Right. So now coming to the next question, I think now you all know the answer. Who has to decide the planning? For the child, who has to decide the planning?
Of course, the child.
Yes, of course, the child. So, but are we allowing that most of the time? Are we okay with the plan the child comes with? Do we have our own anxieties, our doubts, our ifs and buts? Probably yes, no, all that.
Yeah, maybe if you had asked this question a year back, the answer would have been no. But now I would say it as partially.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, when the child plans, when the child decides the planning, what happens to the child?
I guess child starts thinking about the constraints.
Mm-hmm.
Like in your example that you and Sanjana were talking, if you let
Yeah.
know the child that you are available only till 6, and the child thinks
Mm-hmm.
about himself or herself, whether I can
Mm-hmm.
alone play or I need somebody else to play, it starts
Mm-hmm.
thinking about it. Whether I feel um, secured feeling alone, playing alone. So all
Yeah.
those thoughts come into kid's mind and it comes up with its answer, I believe.
Yeah. So you're saying you're thinking there is clarity whether I want to, I don't want to. And then he can lead and understand himself. Am I safe here? I'm not safe here. Do I really feel that I'm okay to play alone or I want somebody else?
Yeah.
So,
More
okay.
towards self-awareness thinking.
Hmm. Hmm. So, and for parents, what do you guys think for the parents if the child is deciding, or the conversation that just happened between me and Sanjana? For parents, what is that you get?
Preparing for a event
Mm-hmm.
for anything.
Okay, so you're saying you're mentally prepared that Sanjana is playing in the sand. So I know that when Sanjana comes back, there would be mud. So I know some cleaning has to be taken care. So then you're stimulating the thinking, where, what, when, how, why. And if I've played already hiding, do you want to play something else? What else? So you're stimulating. Probably in the planning, we could also go ahead a next step and plan what next. After you finish playing at 6, what next? How are we going to take care of the mess that happens with the sand? So that also can be brought in the planning before the actual game, even the play starts, right? So then what I have learned in my this 6 7 year in homeschooling, unschooling, self-directed learning with my children is I choose, I implement, I introspect, which is nothing but I do, I decide, I do, and I reflect. It's nothing but that. So when I'm choosing and I'm deciding, I decide what I do want to do. Even if I have it's in my plan, like for my daughter today, I asked, what is your plan? So first thing she said was she has to watch some uh, series. So she wanted to watch that for 1.5 hours. And then she said, I will write. Then she said, I will take bath. And then she said, I will do cycling. So her planning was this. So I choose, then I implement, then I go ahead and implement it. I do it. I do what I have planned. And some of us, we initially said, sometimes I planned, sometimes I did not plan. And Nikita was introspecting, she was reflecting that maybe that 5 minutes instead of that tiff, I could have done something. So there is introspection, there is reflection happening. Okay, this is what I planned to do, this is what I did, and this is what happened, didn't happen, was planned, was unplanned. This went ahead, this didn't go ahead, this I have to carry forward. Okay. Sorry, 1 second. Sorry, Smriti got a little hurt, that's why. And then I was thinking I would invite Skanda and Smriti today to probably talk about planning, and then you guys can ask questions as well. So Skanda is here. He'll share what does how does he plan, what does he do, and all that. So yes, yes, you can share, Skanda.
So I can have some questions, then I'll share. That's good. Yeah. If you guys have any questions, then I can answer them.
Or you want to
Hi,
just
Skanda.
how do you plan? Yes, go ahead.
Hi, Skanda. Thanks for coming online to talk to all of us. Okay. Can we hear from you what is planning?
What is planning?
Planning is something which which will help you bring clarity and get to know what you want to do in general. I mean, that's the basic of planning.
You want to just share any just how do you plan? What do you do? When do you plan? And how does it help you?
So my planning is very vague. I mean, I just list down what I'm going to do, and then for the day, like if I'm gonna do music, I usually list down music, and in music what I'm gonna do in that day, stuff like that. That's all I do.
And when do you plan?
Usually in the morning or in the night, like the previous day night.
So you plan every day?
Yeah, every other day or every day.
Every day. Okay. So you do you plan daily, weekly, monthly?
I used to do weekly, but now I do daily. Monthly doesn't work for me, so
Okay. And why do you continue to do planning? What is the use of it?
yeah, as I said, it just gives you more clarity on what you want to do or what you have to do in the day or the month or the week.
Okay. Anybody else has any questions?
On the fly things can be decided, but still, why do you prefer to plan other than being clear? I just want to understand the uh, mindset from a child point of view.
So on the place, it can be decided. I mean, it'll still work, but the work, like what you want to do, or the actual work will not be done. For example, if it's on the flow, then if I feel like playing right now, I just play. If I feel like writing something or doing something, I just do. If that is on the flow, but if it's planned, then it's easier for me, to focus on focus on each thing at a time, and not get bored and then do whatever I want to do.
So,
It'll,
so you're saying take next step, grow in that, or
yeah,
go deeper
like
in that.
yeah.
Okay.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Skanda, how do you feel when your mother asks you to plan? Do you like somebody telling?
uh, Sometimes I don't like it because I would have already planned, and then still tries to say do a little more, but I would already have planned, so I didn't like it like that times. But yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
So what if you plan something and it doesn't work out? What will be your reaction to it, and how do you plan next about it?
How it doesn't work out? Because see, if I plan something, that means that I'm gonna do that.
For example, let's take an example.
Okay.
You plan to do something about music at 11 to 12, right? But you have some uninvited guests or friends at home during that time coming in. So, how do you make sure that you get to do what you plan, irrespective of the situations? Or how do you go about it?
Yeah, sometimes you can't do anything even if you have planned. So after some situations you can't do anything. Then you have to just let it go and then move on.
And then maybe do it another time, you're saying.
Yeah, do it another time, or then just do it the next day if you cannot do the time. You can't stick to the same thing or hold on to it too much, because then it'll get you stressed, and that's not a good thing.
Anybody else? Any other questions, or you want to say something, Skanda?
No, I don't have anything else to say. It's pretty simple.
Okay. I'm just waiting, giving some more time if somebody wants to think and ask.
You.
Okay. So maybe Smriti can come, and Skanda will still be here another 5-10 minutes. If you guys have any other question, you can.
Thanks, Kanda.
Skanda, they're saying thanks.
No problem.
Yes.
I
What do
think
you say?
Ranjan is speaking, but
Is it low volume?
We could not hear you at all.
Yeah, we can
yeah,
hear you now, though.
Uh,
Sorry,
I,
couldn't.
can you hear me?
Now, yes.
I want to ask Kata, what mode does he use for planning? What
What?
medium,
What
what
more do
tool,
you?
what mode do you use for your planning?
One second, I'll mute
Oh,
everybody so we can hear you clearly. What?
I wanted to ask Kanda, what mode or medium or tool does he use for his
So I used to do, time based and detailed planning, which is, yeah, this time to this time I'm doing this, and in this I'm doing, for example, I'm doing this.
planning?
Dog training, music,
Yeah,
or
like if I'm
running.
doing dog training from 4 to 5, then I'll write down what in dog training or what am I gonna do in that times.
So the details you're saying.
Yeah.
And she's
but
asking you
but
mode.
now I just use the to-do list or what I need to get done, like the outcome. That's all.
And mode, what mode? Earlier you used to write down, now you're using your phone.
Yeah, now I use my phone or write down.
Excel sheet or notes. Yes, you can talk about planning. You smile. Come this side. There's no light on your face.
Hi, Smriti.
One Smriti saying hi to another Smriti. Ah, Smriti,
How are you now?
how are you now?
I'm fine.
Talk about planning, whatever you know, whatever your thoughts are.
Yeah, how I plan is that I just note down time wise what I want to learn, and I learn, and I want to do that in my day. I just put the timings until sleep time, and then I put what I want, what I like, and what I want to do. Like I like drawing, reading, writing, singing, writing songs. Yeah. So I put that in my planning, like what all time I want to do that, which time, and all of that, which time I'll do it, and how I'll do it, where I'll do it, how much. For example, drawing, how many drawings I'll do. Yeah, I plan like that. Sometimes when I like don't feel like to do time wise, I just note down few things and then pick one thing from the paper and pick from something from the list and do it. Yeah.
You plan because you
Anything else?
forget.
You plan because you forget.
I plan because I don't know what to do in the day.
Why?
So by you're saying by planning, that gives you clarity what to do in the day.
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, somebody else was saying something. No, you're there. Any questions to Smriti? Any of you? This one, this Smriti.
Yeah, I have a question. So, Smriti, you
Yeah.
in your time chart, whatever it's there, right? You put that 10 to 11 you want to draw. But when you get to the time slot at 10 o'clock, you feel like you want to sing or you want to do something else. Do you shuffle your time chart at that point of time, or you say that I have planned this way and I want to stick to it? How do you go about such situations?
When I have planned drawing at this point of like maybe 12 to 1, I say if I don't want to do 1 hour, I just do 20 minutes or half an hour. And then after some more time, after I do something else, then I get back to my drawing. So that time my drawing plan also gets finished and my other stuff gets finished.
Okay.
So sometimes if she doesn't feel like she sometimes listens to song and draws, or maybe she takes a break and goes cycling and comes back and does. So there are different ways. Sometimes it's swapped also, like
Okay.
you asked. So there's no one way.
Okay.
Smriti, like when you plan, do at the end of the day, do you see like if at all you could do this, you could not do this because of this? Uh,
Do you
do
check
you?
back? Do you check back in the day? This is done, this is not done.
I I plan it in my book that I know what I'm going to do, and then I recall it in my mind. what is next. I don't keep on going and checking in my phone.
No, what she's asking is when you're sleeping in the night before going to bed, do you check that this was my plan for the day and I done some, I've not done some? You reflect
When
and do you think about the day?
I just see what all I haven't done and done. A few things which I haven't done, I put that in my mind to planning, and I do that
Yeah.
next day.
To answer your question, Sanjana, usually it is some not every day done, but mostly weekly we are reflecting on the week plan. So this week, what I've done, what I have not done, or maybe we might reflect on different things also this week. What was, what went well, what I messed up, or where did I follow, what helped me to follow, what did not help me, or where I was very angry. So something like that. It can be different ways of reflecting, but mostly weekly reflection than daily.
I was just curious to know, like, if they have better innovative ideas to retrospect or something.
Yeah. You think, Smriti, today I had planned 5 things, but I did one thing. Do you think like that? Some days you've thought like that, no?
Not all the time.
All the time. Some days we had done daily reflection. Then she would say, "Oh, I planned 5 things, but I've only done 2 things this today. I hate myself, Amma." Sometimes she says that. Sometimes she says
Now
that.
I don't care about that.
Now you don't care about it, is it? Okay.
If I don't finish all of them,
Okay.
I just did what I felt like to do.
Okay. Any other questions? See, you always listen to me only. You get bored. Now you have my family to get bored. Ranjini, Atharva is there? Is he around? Wanted to talk to him. Of course, I didn't inform earlier.
Yeah,
You're on
he's
mute if
there.
you're talking. Yeah. Can I have
Can you
him
hear me?
on call?
He's
Yeah, I
there.
can hear you.
Yeah,
Atharva,
Sunita.
can you talk 5 minutes?
Hi.
Hi, Atharva. Atharva, we are today talking about planning. So, and we recently did your planning also, you remember? So, can you just share a little bit about that experience and whether it is
Uh,
helping, not helping, and you can be honest.
uh, it's okay only. Everything is going according to plan. I'm having more spare time. That's all. Nothing much.
Okay, so let's share it with everybody. How did we start that planning? Can you share how did we do that? First, what we did do?
First, we decided what all we were going to do in 24 hours. We decided the basic stuff like sleeping and all, and we gave time to that. We didn't put it like 9 to 10 or something like that. We just gave it as 8 hours. Then we did to all of the activities that I was going to do. Then we put it in order. That's all.
Yeah, so what we did with Atharva was first we decided in 24 hours what all he does for how many hours. And then he said, these are the things that I do this for 2 hours, this for 1 hour, this for 8 hours, this for 3 hours. So then he decided the timings for that, right, Atharva?
Yes.
And then what else? How long did we take to sit and plan for that? 1 hour?
45 minutes, 1 hour.
45 minutes, 1 hour. And after doing that, did that give you some clarity? Did that help you follow? Did that
Yes.
reduce some of the tips with your mom and your brother?
Yes. It helped.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Anything you want to share about your planning, Atharva, or that's it? Thank you. Any questions for Atharva?
Welcome.
I had one. I
Yeah, go on.
always admire Atharva because I know it's not an easy task to get up so early and go for a activity which swimming. I've heard that he gets up at 4:30 and 5 o'clock. He swims every day 2 hours. I know it's a very hard. Getting up early itself has been very difficult for us. So, how do you like? What gives you the motivation that okay, I need to get up at this time. I have to go back. How do you manage your day with? I mean, 2 hours of swimming really exhausts your whole body, right? So throughout the day, how do you manage?
For me to wake up, mama only wakes me up. But after that, after swimming, I will be tired. I will come home, I will have proper food. Maybe sometimes I will sleep and then I'm fully recovered. Because I've been doing it from so many years, my body can handle it.
Probably Lakshmi is asking, is there any plan that you have? Is there any preparation you make to get up or mentally prepare yourself, physically prepare yourself for that kind of on your body?
Yes, sir. My coach, he sends the workout, whatever we have before the session. So we have to read it, memorize it, and we have to prepare ourselves for that workout. We can't go there and before sir used to send, before when sir didn't used to send, we used to go there and then we were like, oh, today is this, oh no. So before only you prepare, now you know today this is going to be there, tomorrow this is going to be there, and then you just prepare yourself and go. You do what you're supposed to do on those days. That's all.
Yeah, so in his planning, that he has time for that reading and going through what his sir has sent, that is also in his planning. Any other questions for us?
Okay.
Okay, thanks Atharva.
Thank you. Bye.
Is it that?
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah. All of you could not hear her?
Right.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
So these are the examples how children can plan. That is what Atharva's planning looks like. Before that, as he said, we did a 24-hour division of the day. And then we came up with this planning. So he has swim workout, what he was talking about, preparing. That is at 4 to 4:30, if you see. So he chose to have a day plan, and Ranjini is also showing there. That's the photo of what I am sharing on the screen. And he said, I don't want to take bath in the morning. So the bath was in the evening. Free time 8:30 to 10, the bath, and then preparing, then reading, and all that comes there. So his day is clear in his mind. And another child has planned, like if you see, I will today do dance in my interest, and writing and playing, and then map, and then hygiene play. This is one other child. And this is one more. Um, Hands-on, what creative they'll do for self, how what are the qualities to improve in them. Of course, Sanjana, I'm sure now that with Sanjana's conversation with Sanjana, you guys are aware that we need to provide some tools. Like here, the tool was given. What is your what are you going to do in your interest? What are you going to do in your basic skill? Basic skill is something which you need in your life to lead a life. It can be cooking, it can be reading, it can be writing, it can be growing food for yourself, right? and self. When I'm talking about self, knowing myself, my anger, my hygiene, my cleanliness, right? So the categories were given where the children planned, and this is how Smriti used to plan in the drawings. If you see uh, this one, so even if the child they don't know to write, they can still plan with their own way of drawing, their own way of expressing it. So this is, as she said, time wise, and this would be her weekly, Smriti's weekly planning. So Monday from this time to this time, what am I doing? And that, is it the same? Is it different? Right? And then this would also be another way of planning. We keep trying different ways, different structures. So as Kanda said, initially he would also plan weekly, hourly, and all that. Now his planning is come down to this. This is Skanda's planning, if you see. Make a presentation, radio work, write a free verse, play cricket, plan with Rupak uncle, and gym plan. This was his this week he wanted to do. And this again, Smriti started slowly with drawing, started writing. So there was a time where she would draw and I would write the words, or we would discuss and I would write down the plan for her. Ranjini, you have Abov's planning that you had done, which is on your fridge with you. If you can show that, because I that is also something which you did it by talking to Abhav.
Uh, oh, that's not there.
It's not there, is it? Okay.
But I can talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to add on when you were talking about Atharva's planning.
Yeah.
Though sometimes, sticking to that time would not be possible because of some uncertainties. But then, because they would have followed it for some time, they know after this, this is the activity. After this is the activity. After this is the activity. I've seen them do that, like on autopilot. Even they wouldn't realize, but they would do that, and then they also realize that, oh shit, I forgot this. Those days are also there. With respect to Abhav, um, I think I showed you in one of the presentations I did when we did art as a tool. So he had this issue of confusion with time, like 12 hours and 24 hours time. He could not differentiate between 6 a.m., 6 p.m. and all those. So the whole day was planned according to him. I just had to put the clock for him, and then he planned the entire day. Okay, morning 6 o'clock he would do this, and everything was driven by him. But he finds it difficult to express through writing, so he made drawings of it. And he also made me make a tracker also, where he would follow the plan what he did, and he would make me draw a star or a tick mark. That went for some days. So that's what it is like. Now he's able to, like, if I say that 6 p.m. you have to come back home, wherever you are, he goes out for playing, wherever you are, 6 p.m. you're supposed to come back home. He is able to remind himself wherever he is, whether he's wearing a watch or not. He checks and he comes back home by then. So that was the that is what I experienced and enjoyed about his planning.
Yeah. As Ranjini said, the one point that it went for some day. So it works for some days. Some days it doesn't. It crashes. It fails. They don't follow. We are like, okay, what next? How else we can do it? So it's an ongoing thing. It's not that you plan one and it is successful.
Yeah, that was the main reason I asked Skanda what is the medium he's using currently, because they get bored of the
One
mode
way.
also. they keep changing it, and sometimes they bring in really new stuff, which even like now he's doing digitally. But then there is a lot to explore in that this thing also. So
Yeah.
that's the reason I checked with it.
Yeah, sometimes it was mind map, sometimes it's like this Excel sheet is one way of doing. And then there is this one more, oh, I forgot to add that. I'll share it in the group. So we did last week, 2 weeks back, we did what do you want to start this week? What do you want to stop this week? What do you want to do more this week? What do you want to do less this week? And what do you want to keep this week? So it was like a star, and then this, so that was also one way of planning. And then smart, we all know smart, right? Specific, measurable, attainable. So we also did that for some days. So this is one more example, and this was Amoga's example, what Lakshmi shared. So how she chose to do, how she planned to do, and she wants to put a tick, did I do it, not do it. And this was one more way of Excel sheet planned and printed. And so what Maria Montessori says is to stimulate life, leaving it then free to develop, to unfold. Herein lies the first task of the teacher. We all are in a kind of teacher or a parent or facilitator. We are doing that. So we just stimulate and then we let it unfold. So I think this also answers your question, Sanjana, that you are stimulating and not thinking helping is only one way, of course, as you say. And then let him construct the meaning of that word. Let her figure out the solution for her problem. And like, how are you going to do? What are you going to do about it? When will you do it? Now if it's not my problem to solve the child's problem, it's the child's problem to solve the child's problem, right? So I think let your child take a lead, and what we have to do is become an owl. So what do you mean by owl? Yen gube martidra sunita antira. So observe, wait, and listen. Just observe what is that they want to do, what are their interests, and wait. Don't jump into the hurry of you're not doing, you should be doing, oh my god, this is what you're good at, this is not what you're good at. Don't jump into becoming the fan of their interest and trying to push them, force them, make them learn their lessons. Listen, you know what, how I do it, you know what, how I learned it from your examples. No, 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 no. And then just listen. What is their plan? How do they want to do it? Where they failed? How do they want to change it?
Yeah,
What?
I would like to add here, just to become aware of what we are projecting. So when we say, like, it's more like, we are on autopilot mode. We expect something we expect a result out of some experience. So as parents, we get into that mode of okay, this is my responsibility to teach these things, these things and all that. And I've been fiddling around with my children. Since the lockdown, I've been fiddling around with my children, not making up their bed because I was just seeing it as a, it has to be done. No matter what, it has to be done, it has to be done. And it was more of my projection, because I have that habit of doing that. And somewhere it was so many months of tiffs we had. And then I was projecting, no, this has to be done this way. It was my projection. Like, anybody, how can somebody not make up their bed as soon as they wake up? And then it was like one instant I realized, no, they are different, they are not me, and I am expecting them to do this. And I realized that I stopped doing that. I stopped reminding them to do that. Some days they do, now some days they don't do that. The days they do, I'm like, yeah, they did it, and it calls for celebration. But then this is a very important thing to remind yourself to observe, wait, watch, see, listen, shut your mouth, shut your mouth, and shut your mouth. Uh, of late, like probably recently, I with respect to this example, what I shared from past a week or 10 days, I stopped telling them to follow their routine, whatever my expectation was, as soon as like whatever the wake up routine according to me was, which was not followed by them, and we used to get into a lot of fights and frictions and all that. I stopped doing it. Some days, some days it is taken care, some days it is not. Now I'm not hassled about it.
Yes, so it is not my plan that they have to follow. It's not the outcome that I want, it is what they want. I think that was the first planning slide that we saw.
Yeah.
I have something to say. May I? Uh, see, the days when his teachers are not coming. Uh, Previous night I speak to him. Last 2 days back when I spoke to him, I asked, ನಾಳೆ ಮ್ಯಾಮ್ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ನಾಳೆ ಬೆಳಗ್ಗೆ, I asked. Like he was like, ಇವಾಗಂತೂ ಮಲ್ಕೊ, ನಾಳೆ ನೋಡೋಣ, he said. And actually I felt that was right. He's trying to be flexible, and why am I forcing him to think of what he can do tomorrow? Is it that like I mean, on the spot when things are decided, it is like it will be more creative, right? For a
See,
child, why is it required to plan? That was my question.
yeah, yeah. See, on the spot anyway, we will all do it, right? So why is the uh, planning required? Now you have to tell us, Sanjana, you spoke to 3 children today who are planning, right? So what do you think, what do you hear from them when they talk about planning? Are they not doing things on the spot? Are they not changing it? Or what did you hear? What did you see when three of them, different age group, right? Skanda, Atharva, Smriti, all different age groups. So when they spoke, what did you hear?
See, one thing I concentrated, like the deviation when it is apart from what was planned. They were not quite stressed out or something like that, right? Just that it didn't happen, or they didn't plan, so they were not kind of dissatisfied. So it was
I, di-
okay not to plan for our children, I thought.
I didn't get your thought. Sorry. What was that?
See, in case of Smriti, I remember like she was okay even when things didn't happen the way she wanted. Let her look back even after a week. Retrospection remains the same, right? It is that it does not have much impact on them. Okay, it's a nice habit to be disciplined, systematic, fine, but there can be a better creative ways of doing. So why do we need to plan? Was thing like
When you say better creative things, can you tell me what better creative things?
uh see, not everything can be planned for a day. Like the major events can be planned, and even about the major events from our end we can plan, right? Not the other environmental aspects or whatever it is. He wishes to play in sand, and if at all I forget to, I mean, just close that or avoid from getting damp or wet, I don't take a proper care at that point of time. He has already planned to play in sand, and he wouldn't have planned for about this what to say, this problem, like the sand is not that ready that he can use it or play with it.
Yeah.
So those things can't be anyway, it can't be handled, so on the fly many things are decided,
No,
right?
it's a
Okay.
good news, right? That he planned something. Now he's not able to do that. Isn't it a good news? Now the child has to come up with a solution. So now you're creating situations, or the situations got created where now the child is becoming problem solver. So why the planning is not required is not what I'm understanding. planning, if I am planning, then don't you think that the tiff that we are having with our children, the annoyance that we are having with our children, and that they are like, okay, we all get so stressed with our children. They do this, they do that, they don't do this, they don't do that. And then when planning is done, there is mental preparation for us, for them. Not necessary that the planning has to be done. Okay, not necessary it has to be followed. That's completely fine. But again, that's giving you an opportunity to, okay, why is he not following? Why is she doing this? Why she doesn't want to do this? What is that she wants it? Like, for example, Skanda said, why would I put it in my planning if I'm not doing it? Right? So that didn't come in a day. That took 6-7 years. And
yeah, and then here the planning what we are talking about is I am not planning to succeed that particular task. I am just planning my day. I am just planning my time. I am going to invest my time to do this. Whether I succeed or I fail, that is totally a different topic altogether. So you succeed, then the child or any one of us are able to plan further. If we fail, based on that, we are able to plan further.
yeah, it's more of against helping, like you said, weekly introspection. It remains the same. Actually speaking, I will see if I can look for some video. And anyway, the next topic would be reflection. So I was thinking of that. So there I will share how the children are reflecting. No, I wanted to do drawing, but I didn't do drawing. I think this is missing in my drawing, and I want to work on this. Or I wanted to write, but I didn't feel like writing. I watched Gadget. Actually, last week, Above was saying that I was watching so much of Gadget, and I watched so much. Now I'm almost from loving Gadget, I'm hating Gadget. So there is introspection there. There is reflection happening there. So it might not be according to what you think, I think. And again, when we say plan, doesn't mean that you have to plan or you don't plan. That's something you have to see what works for you and your child and your family. If no planning works, great. If planning works, great. But it's just making all of us more independent, all of us more productive, more clearer. When I say productive, I'm not talking in terms of money, in terms of output. In terms of, for example, if I have to show you my planning, I'll see if I can hear. You all can see, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my planning. And if for me, of course, it supports, because if I don't plan, I might not give that time for so many things, right? Maybe I might be following all this, but there is some kind of space that, okay, this work I'll do at this time, this work I'll do. And yes, I miss a lot of things in that. This is my what do you say, um, overall overview of the week. But then it doesn't exactly happen like that so many times me and Ranjini are doing something else than actually doing this. Or I might have to, I get a call and it completely takes away all this. So it's not, it's more of giving personally me more. For example, yes, what I'm doing is I make my plan for the day, and then me, Skanda, Smriti sit down, and when we share, okay, today this is my plan, this time I'm doing this time I'm doing that, and they also share and they also share. I am not going and planning for him, they are not coming and planning for me. So here, one is I know what is that they have planned for the day. Two, that there is, if there is any coordination required, we are prepared, my availability is there, rather than going in guilt that, okay, I could not, I got busy with this, I got into that. And even if I go into that, again, probably we'll go and say, okay, let's change this time, something else has come up, let's do this at this time, right? So that is more coordinated, more giving you, you opening up communication, opening up avenues to work together rather than work against each other. So again, you're giving them something to do, not something to learn, right? Like Dewey says, give pupils something to do, not something to learn. And the doing is of such a nature as to demand thinking, learning naturally results. Now you're saying let the child do whatever they want. Yes, we are still saying let the child do whatever they want. But we are saying what about, how about let them plan that today, maybe not time wise. For example, Sukrot, Samriti, they are younger, they don't want know to see time yet. They'll say today I will play this, I will eat this, I'll watch this, I'll run here, I will jump like this, I will draw this, I will paint this, I will you read the storybook for me. I don't know, I'm just vaguely saying, maybe they're saying this. Fine, let them plan. Maybe they're not doing 80% of that, that's okay. But you're giving opportunity for them to think, for them to start designing their own day. So now I am responsible for my day. Now I get bored, then it is my responsible to keep me occupied. It's not my parents' responsibility. If I am wanting to learn to read, then I have to put an effort. So now you're putting brick by brick by brick foundation for making more self-directed, making more responsible learners. Does that give any connection to why we are doing this, Sanjana?
Yes, Sunita, but just that I was thinking like I spend so much of time planning and all, and it is quite stressful also. Maybe I plan too much. That might be the reason. But is there a better way? I was just thinking.
Yeah, of course, there would be a better way. And there, I don't know, better way, but there'll be many ways. And then we have to see what works for you, what works for me. Maybe weekly planning, like I do, might not work for somebody else. And sometimes for me itself, it will not work. I make weekly plan, but still I sit down and write it. For this week, these are the things I want to do. And I will do it on a different days. So you explore what makes uh, planning that helps you. There's no better way, because there'll always be something better than something else when I sit and compare. But then what works for me at this point of time, what works for me right now, that will be the better way for me right now.
Okay.
It's all about ingraining this your day into your body clock. So rather than just going on an autopilot mode, you're more focused. Like okay, this is the time I take to chill out, or it becomes on your. You're trying to put something on in your body clock.
More of taking care of all that you want to do, you're saying, Ranjini,
Yeah.
rather than missing out something. Even that taking rest can be part of your plan, you're
Yes.
saying.
If you notice in Sunita's weekly planning, she has put that as well.
Which one?
Yes. Somewhere you've mentioned your time, right?
Entertainment.
So there she's just putting entertainment, but then yes, that is the time, like because you're including your family, so they know that okay, this is the time she's doing this. So this is the time she's available for me. This is the time she's not available for me. And then you are also okay. Now I have spare time for myself. You have the ability to do whatever, because we keep complaining that we don't have enough time, we don't have enough time,
Or my
and it just
children
adds.
disturb me.
Yeah, and then you are mostly in the guilt mode, and then when you get into the guilt mode, then that's it, gone, the whole effort of.
See, Sanjana, we are not selling you this concept of planning. We are not convincing you to do it. What we are saying is try it out. It works great. If something else pops up, please share it with us. We'll also try it. But this is what we have been doing. We are sharing what we have been doing with you. And it has
Yeah.
worked for us. Yeah.
That
No,
keeps.
just trying to understand the planning from people's perspective.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I mean, what I'm saying is we are not trying to convince anything here. We are not trying to bring in anything. We're just saying this is one other way to stimulate and coax the children to start designing their own day, designing their own life now, because we want them to do that. So this is one way of, again, doing that. Right? So I think it's already 4:35. I just have one more slide. So some of the ingredients, right? So let them decide, all decide for themselves. I decide for myself, you decide for yourself, she decides for herself. And maybe share in the beginning of the day or maybe previous day, whenever. If the child is not ready, it takes some time for that routine to come. Even now, though we say beginning of the day, sometimes Kanda is not in a space to share, sometimes Smriti is in Arohi, it doesn't happen. But whenever it is possible, we try to do it. If possible, schedule a time when you are available, like I am available this time to this time, or I am not available this time to this time, rest of the time I'm available. So in that time when I'm called, they come and ask me, where is this, where is that, that won't be there. And then that getting annoyed, losing our cool, okay, he's planning but he's still not doing, that won't be there. Because next comes, this was the topic we had covered long back in the previous sessions of MKP, about environment, the physical environment where the resources are accessible, then the social environment that we are accepting them, and they're inging, they're learning, even they're failing, they're reflecting, they're learning, they're doing, they're messing, they're happening, right? And emotional, so all emotions were okay. So they are irritated, they want to be crying, they want to jump around, even that emotion is in the environment accepted and mutually agreeable code. So it's not that only everything is according to what the child wants because the child is the center of the house, or it's according to all I want because I am the parent, I am the authority. So it's more of mutually agreeable. So when we are talking in certain way, trying to coordinate so that everybody's needs are taken care. Yeah. So let's take any questions, any thoughts.
I have a suggestion.
You have
I have a suggestion. The home,
suggestion?
just a home play. You can start it off with very small with your kids, like plan an outdoor visit. It could be as simple as visiting a vegetable shop. So just before going, probably you can put all that down on the paper, be it mind map or whatever. What is the plan? Like just that half an hour you're going out or 1 hour you're going out with your child. So what you will know what the child is expecting and what are you expecting. It's a different level of communication and conversation and connect you can have. So the reason I'm telling this is like just taking a baby step and following the slightly increasing the this thing. See, for me and Sunita, all we have to do is as soon as they wake up, they come and wish us good morning and all that. Just a simple question: what is the plan for the day? And they would just tell, they would just tell. So, but then for you guys have little ones, you can just start doing this home plays. What I would recommend you to try it.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, that is one thing you can try, and you can try generally on a daily basis also. But yeah, what I'm trying to say, I heard Sushma, I think last time you were sharing about he doesn't follow his plan or something like that for Sri Ram. So it is okay. It's actually good news if they're not following. You can ask them, not ask when I say question like interrogate, but more of sit and understand. Okay, let's understand that we are putting this in our planning. So what is making us not do it? So what is stopping us? What support do we need here? What is that? Why is that you're getting stuck here? So let's understand them even more, right? So maybe rather than just planning and sitting, maybe we can just so plan, and then what next, what else, how else. So you can just start. What I'm saying is not that in my house also, it's not that it's perfect and all, oh, Sunita is planning and Smriti is planning and Skanda is planning. No, not that all of us are following. So many times we don't follow, and it is not as perfect as it is. Sometimes it is, sometimes it is not. So we start, and that so many years and years and years, and then comes now wherein Skanda, yes, I keep saying what else, what else, but then so many times I don't have to tell him. Now with 6 7 years, sometimes he knows what he wants and he just does that. And sometimes he's also in a very lethargic space, then at that time I'm coaxing him and pushing him. So not that I will not tell him at all, not that I will tell him. So it's a play with playing around with this and that. We fight also. We are pushing each other also. We're annoying each other also. So just start and then see how in few years how it will make your uh, actually what I was saying was when if I have to go somewhere, if I have to do something, there's not much I have to do. Okay, tomorrow, for example, we are planning to go to Kaban Park in the morning. So, okay, tomorrow morning at this time we are going. Who is getting up what time? Who's making breakfast? Who is packing this? Okay, what are the things we need? Let's understand. And I don't have to now talk about safety. I don't have to now talk about, okay, stop, come here, don't do that. That's because of so many years of investing in time and talking and all that. Now we just go. Maybe there is something else I will have to talk, but these things are not there. So it's not stressful for me to tell that, oh my God, I have to go out with my children. Oh my God, I have to take this with my children. So I was just observing. That's because of so many things that I got to learn from my mentors, which I could implement. So it is a one brick at a time, one step at a time, one thing into the foundation for them.
Yeah, just start. Yeah, younger they are, the luckier you.
And anytime you can start. I started at the age of 30. So anytime you can start. Yes.
Because
Any
they the most brilliant ideas.
any thoughts, anything what's running in your mind right now? If you can just share, we know what's happening with this whole session.
Topic is again heavy.
Ayo, was it heavy?
Like lot of questions I have, lot of things to implement. Oh my god.
Sanjana, I would really recommend all the questions you have, please write it down. And actually, I would say only about planning, write 200 questions. Just come up with 200 questions.
Yeah, I back up
Yes.
that. I about my words. I was about to say that.
Sanjana, please do it. And this week, that's your homework, Sanjana. Yes, Purna, you want to say something?
And you was 199, you're rejected. It has to be 2.
And they haven't told 200 unique questions, so that's fine.
Unique questions. Huh? Planning, questions about planning, 200 questions, that's all. Yes, Purna, you were saying something.
Nothing. We just had a plan of watching Rangan Tittu, but due to heavy rain, we changed the plan. We directly came to the Mysore, then going to Sri Rangpatnam. So sometimes plan we cannot control. It's not in our hand. We have to be ready for the unexpected to come. So that's what daily life we are learning, and taking the office things and home things. We have a lot of learnings in this COVID-19 this year. Previous year we have learned so much about the planning.
So, are you okay when your child plans something and doesn't follow it?
Yeah, nowadays I'm okay. I'm really coming to not okay to okay. That was my reflection when you are telling, when the child is planning. Are you? So we oppose them most of the time. No, no, no. You want to wear this. Now also she said, I want to wear this. No, no, no. You want to wear this. This is the trendy frock. You have to wear this to the function. So we oppose. Sometimes it's in our favor.
Yeah, it's what
We
I
are doing.
choose. I choose rather than you choose.
Mm.
And all our life, somebody else will be choosing for us. My
And
father, my
there
mother,
was a
my brother, my
reflection
husband.
when my mom always, even now, I was 2 days, I was in my mom's home. She was telling, okay, go have the bath. I eat first before she get up. Do your work first. Go. Even I'm eating, it will be 1-2 spoons. She'll be get finish it first. Go. Even now I see my mom how she's treating me. I'm married. I have a kid. See, I really feel I'll be reflecting that things every time. And this time I was shutting my mouth. Sometimes what you always say, I was screaming, just telling her, and she got annoyed.
Next time when you're talking to Hasini, just listen to your words and then see, is it the same words repeating?
So, sometimes there are mirror reflection.
Because we have grown hearing all that. Without our knowledge, it's recorded and it just comes out. And I'm not blaming our parents. I'm just saying that they didn't know any better. That was what the trend was, and that was the examples around them. So I'm not blaming them, but then we don't like it when our parents do. But so many times it's a recorded version that we give it to our children. But good, you're reflecting, Purna.
Because they think we are not planning good. We will be delaying. Later we'll be in hurry.
Yeah, it's the same thing we think about our children. Oh my
Our
God.
kids.
They are not capable. They don't know to write spellings yet. They have to do this. They have to finish that. They don't know to plan. They don't know to handle their failures. We have to cushion them up.
Yeah. That's all. Today we couldn't attend fully, but there and here the network was down.
Good. You could at least make it up. It's recorded anyway. We'll share it. Ranjani, you were on
Yeah.
mute when you were talking. One second. I'll go on mute. I can't hear you right now.
I said 4:46. That's all.
Yeah, I was just listening to everybody's thoughts. I think Smriti was also on mute. You want to say something, Smriti?
Yeah, I was just thinking about what are the repercussions if we don't plan things? What comes with an unplanned activity? I was thinking there could be a lot of surprises, a lot of failures, a lot of exploration. Yeah, I was just thinking about it.
Yeah, sure. Sushma, you've been very quiet today. I would like to hear your thoughts. If you're talking, you're on mute, Sushma. Are you there, or there is a proxy attendance going on? Okay, I think she might have run away once I called her name. Anything, Ranjani, you want to add before we end? So Lakshmi, Sanjana, anybody?
Nothing. I'm really curious. Start doing that home play, and we are very curious to know. Curious in the sense to learn more.
Yeah. We want share what is this planning, not planning. The what is it doing to you? Share your experience in this week. What is it doing to you? Chetan, you want to say something? You're looking at us. You're on mute.
Sorry.
Yeah. So I just got, what is the context? What is that about? Sorry.
No. You just looked at the screen. I said you want to talk. That's all.
I'm more focused on the road now.
Okay. Yes. Please focus on the road.
First on the
I
road.
know we all are very beautiful ladies here. Don't look here. All right. Thank you so much. I thought I'll finish faster, but then it went on pretty late. All right. Enjoy. It's going to rain outside. I heard thunder. Have fun. Have a cup of hot tea. Bye.
Thank you.
Enjoy your Mysore trip. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 Bye.